So we have said up here we have the quick access bar. We have the tab bar. Inside each tab, we have what we call a ribbon. The ribbon is very organized into groupings. Okay, it's organized into groupings, what we call groupings, and they are launched by a launcher or a launch button. Have more functionalities that are not able to fit into a given grouping. And then we have also looked at the status bar, which gives us a summary of our document. So now let us continue to something else. So in Word, if you're going to, we have these two words here. One is save. These two functionalities. One is save and save as. How are they different? What's your name? Mohammed. How is save different from save as? Is save as is a duplicate. Deeply. Deeply save. Mm. Okay. Very, very. So that is nice. Who has another number? Yes, please. Your name? Huda. Yes, Huda. Uh, okay. All right. So this is my perspective. Number one, save. I am committing the changes to the file. Okay. That is to save my work or creating the document for the very first time, saving the document for the very first time, or committing changes to the existing document. Then save as, I am trying to create a copy of the same document, but I'm saving it either in a different location or with a different name. Right together. For example, if I say save here, my document here will be saved and here I will see saved. But when I come and say save as, for example, I want another document. Before I start editing this document, I want to keep the original. Okay. So I'll come here and say, this is a copy. Okay. This is a copy, and I also save it. I think that. Now, changes I'm doing are going to this, but they aren't affecting the original document. All together. That is save and save as. Nice. So can we go straight to mail merge? Because other things you told me you know. Can we go straight to mail merge? Or we go one step at a time? Slow. Nice. So we have here a, a file tag with some functionalities. When I come here and say new, I am going to create a new document. For example, I will say new, and it will show me where or which templates to choose or to continue with a blank document. Alternatively, if I wanted to create a new document, I can press Ctrl N. Press Ctrl. I could type press Ctrl N. Creating new document. Type Ctrl. Is it like that? Plus N. Okay. I press it, I will see a new blank document. Yes. Then, if I say open, for example, I'm going to open an existing document. Okay. I want to open on my computer, for example. I'll come here, tap this PC. It will give me some quick links or folders where I can open documents. But I will browse to my favorite location where I have my Microsoft Word Practical and open it. Just like that. Alternatively, you can just click on the document from where I saved it. Okay. Yes. Another thing here, we have share. Share enables you to share a document as an attachment or as a link. As for now, my computer is not connected. I might not be able to share the document. So yes, so I can send this document as an email with Outlook. So now I'm not connected. I'll ignore that. I'll skip that. Information. You want to know the information about the document you are editing. For example, here, these are some of the properties. It is one page. This is its size on the storage. It's not even 1 MB. It's very small. Editing time I've taken is 13 minutes and others. Okay. I created it at this time and I last modified it at this time. So this time does not change. Okay. Even if I share it with the different people, the last modified will be changing, but created that will be always the same, will be maintained. And also the authors, the different authors that have been editing the document. So this document can be used to track or to do audits. That means even if you create a document on your computer and maybe you use it maliciously and you give it to someone, they can track you down. Okay? It has some trails they can use to track back where it came from. This is what you see at a glance, but it has more details when you dig deep inside the metadata. So save, we have seen save. We have also seen save as. Then print. Print, you are going to print your work. So, for example, if I printed my work today, I'm having a printer, it will look like, my document will look like this. Okay? So here I'll suggest how many copies I will print. I will also suggest which printer to use. Then other settings, type of a page, layout, and others. When I click export, here I can export my document as a PDF. Most especially when I click export as a PDF. So I just have to publish and it will open like a PDF. I think that. So I've already exported as a PDF. So there are very many people, they have Word, but they have to create there, they want someone to help them convert to PDF. Or they want to go to the browser and look for PDF converters. So in Word, you can do it directly. Even you can convert PDF to Word back. Okay? Yes. So that is for that. All together. And if you are not getting this, we are going to have a video at the end. Okay? Yes, we shall publish on YouTube. I will give you a link. Yes. Yes. So that is, so transform, we can ignore for now. Here we are tired editing. Or we are finished your work for the day. We want to close the file. Okay? So we have closed the file. That means you can go back and think and see your document on the desktop here. Open to have everything. Then here, account. Account, there are very many things to do with account. But very many of you have Word activated by some means you do not buy. So an account, we can leave it for now. Maybe it has some fixed settings. If you want to change your theme, then you see your office. If it's theme, you can go in there and you can change the theme anytime. You can click black, it will become black. When you go back, it will be a black document. So it will depend on your preferences. But for now, for visibility, let us continue with a white theme. So that is fine. Now when we come here to home, I'll create a new document, press Ctrl N, like that. So here, the first thing is home, okay? We said on home, the first thing is back from PDF back to what? Yeah, that's possible. So what you do, uh, let me close. This is my PDF. When I open it, it opens as a PDF. So if I want to convert it again back to Word, I will open it with Microsoft Word instead of with other. Yes, so I'll come here, open with. Don't click open with. Choose the application. Choose another application. Don't see Microsoft Word there. Browse more apps. So choose one. Okay, I will just say just one. So what it will tell you, this is a PDF document. So that means you cannot edit it, but you can open it as a read-only. So once you say OK, it will be open as a PDF. So what you do if you want to edit, you try to, you see, now when you're saving, you save as. Altogether, you save as. So when you're saving as, it should be a Word document. Okay? Yes. So you choose a different location now. I will say converted, like that. Then I save it. Now it is a Word document. I can do what I want, and I can save. That's that's how we do it. Right. So here we have these tools here. This one we use it for pasting. For example, if I copy here, if I copy that text there, maybe let's create a new document. I'll say my name is Richard. So if I wanted to, I press Ctrl C, or I will press this one. I think this is for copy. After I copy, I got a new line. I will want to say text. Okay, I can paste very many times as long as I want to. So that's for pasting. Then, if I highlighted and say cut, it will be cut, and then I can paste. So what's the difference between copy and cut? That is one time. Like, what do you mean? One time. No other rules. For example, let me cut this one. I am going to cut. I can paste. I can again paste. I can again paste. I can again paste. Moved. Yeah. If it was a file, when you cut a file, it's like you are moving it. Okay? So when you copy, you are making a duplicate. Okay? But when you cut, you are removing it entirely from one location to another. Right together. That's the difference. You can paste more times because it's on the clipboard. You can paste it more times. So we also have this one here. Do you know how to use it? This is called a format painter. A format painter, for example, I had my document here. Let me get some text here. So I came and I have my story. Let's say I have some information here. I will say that this information is bold. Okay, this information is bold and italicized. I think now it's different from this, but I have more paragraphs. Okay, like this one. So I wanted the same style, but I don't want to be repeating after myself. So I will highlight a smaller portion of this paragraph here. I say, I click Format Painter. So now here, I think now it's changing to a brush. The cursor changes to a brush when I reach where there is text. I think that. So I will highlight and I will paste the styles there. I think that. I will copy with the Format Painter and I paste the styles elsewhere. I think that. if this was highlighted and maybe some red color, it is red, and I want others to be like that, let's say they have red text. So to do this, I just have to just highlight one word. I press that. I go here, I highlight, I paste. Okay, I leave, and I have transferred the styles from one part to perfect. So that is the formatting painter. Also, there are a lot more here. For example, this is what I've just copied. I can clear it of the paint so that I am not carrying those paints elsewhere. Let's say I come here, I copy the paint. When I come here, it will be pasted somewhere. So I don't want to paste it anymore. Yeah, so that is it. Here we have the font. Here we have the font. We have the font. So how useful is the font? For example, this is my heading. I want my heading to be bold, make it bold. I want it to be underlined. I'll click this one for underline. Okay, I click that for underline. I also want to change the font to Times New Roman, like that. And then also increase the font size to like 26 points. Okay, like that. I also want to make sure if there are small letters, I want to make them capital letters. I go here, plain text. I come and say I want uppercase. Yes. So if I thought I wanted A, I can make anything this here, I think that. So there is what we call a superscript and a subscript. Okay. So if I wanted something to appear on the top, I would say it is a subscript. If I want it to appear at the bottom, it is a subscript. So subscript up, superscript. Yes, sometimes we write expressions, we find x squared. So x has to appear, 2 has to appear on the top as a superscript. Or sometimes we say y1, y2, and 1 has to appear as a subscript down. So like that. So this is how to edit. So this is I'll make it normal, not a subscript. Yes, then if I highlight and I say this was wrong information, the first line was wrong. Sorry, the first line was wrong. Maybe I have another version. I have what we call strike through. Means that information was disregarded. Okay? Yeah, we did a mistake and we disregarded that point. So don't take it so serious. So this is what we do. We strike through it. We put a line. Then also for more emphasis, you can make a letter, a block letter. Okay? A block letter with some cells. As well, you can change its color like that, and also you can highlight as you want. So this is what you can do with the font. So here, if you don't want to click here to balance from here, you can increase the font. You can highlight your text like this. You can increase the font, or you can decrease the font. Right together. Yes. So that is it. So then here we have more options. Okay. Yes. Here we have more options. Here you can see the fonts. All of the fonts we have. You can navigate and see the fonts, see the types, and other stuff. You can have, for example, a custom underline. Okay. You can say you want a dotted underline, for example, it will be dotted. You wanted color to be automatic, will go to black. Strike through, double strike through. For example, it will look like this, okay? It shows you a preview here. You want a superscript, it will go up. Subscript, you want a strike through, a double one, or a single, okay? Like that. So you want all caps lock, all letters in uppercase, and the others. So the document will appear. It will appear like that. Let us remove the background. It looks much clearer. Okay, so it will look like that. And then we also have a paragraph. So in paragraph here, this is where we manage our most of the content. Okay, it has more. Let us have some kind of disorganized text like that. We have this like that. Have like that. So we have our things like that. So we shall start with if you had, for example, some points here. Let's say I will say if I had here, I have my list. I will try to borrow it and increase its font using this one here. So I'll come back here. The first thing here is managing lists. Okay, so I can add bullets to my list. I can bullet my list. I tap here, and it is bulleted. I also can bullet this. So if I want to bullet all of them, I will highlight them and bullet them like that. So, but when you look closely on the list and a down arrow, it's telling you can have more options. As you move along, you pass the cursor, it will be previewing the changes in real time. So, for example, I want that bullet. When you look, we have different types of bullets. We can have another list. I will come back here. I will copy the styles and take it to another list. Okay, like that. I want to be consistent. So if let's say I wanted to change the bullets maybe to ordered lists from unordered lists, I will come here and say now I want an ordered list instead of this is organized as numbers, as letters, as Roman numerals, okay, like that. So these are called ordered lists. These are called unordered lists. And also, we have what we call nested lists. For example, I came here, I said this is an other bullet. We'll come here. Are you seeing here? I will talk about this is sentence case from capital letters to small letters. But the first letter capitalized as for the sentence case. So I will come back here. There is this one we are seeing here. It will name as hierarchy. Okay? It will name them as hierarchies. So hierarchies, for example, have the main point, you have some bullets, but other bullets you are explaining maybe other examples in such bullets. Right together. You have some other information to put under that bullet. Like that. Control F, you don't forget to save your one. Sometimes your power can go off if you're using a desktop computer and you don't have But also every time you are recommended to be saving your document. This is my folder here, my work. I save it there. Yes, so that is the first part. So also here, you can see here we have alignment, text, text alignment. This is aligned to the left, aligned to the center, aligned to the right. Yes, for example, we shall start with this one, and we also have justify. So how is justify different from other alignments? Justify will remove the indentation at the end. Are you seeing this indentation is here, the space? Uh, justify will correct all of that. Make sure everything, a line runs from the left to the right until it touches the margin. For example, if I come here and I say align, justify, they will extend. So to make a document look more professional. Are you together? Then also, if I said this one align to the by default they are all aligned to the left, okay? But if I said align to the right, they will come to the right in Arabic style. Then center, they will appear to be in the center. Sorry. So that is text alignment. We also have just indentations. Indentation is the space from the margin to the other side of the document. For example, if I see this so much this side, I would say I could highlight them like this and push them forward a bit. I push them to the other side. Okay? They appear to be in the center, but they are a bit organized. And I can also try to bring them back, create a bit of style and highlight. Just like that. Just like that. Create a bit of organization. And then also we have here. Let me first align this to the center. So we have here. This is called line and paragraph spacing. When I tap there, you will see options. They are in points. So I could say I want from my line story, I want some space before another paragraph starts. So I will come here and try to select. I think that create a bit of clarity, not to congest the text so much. It helps us to create clarity. So I will press here, and my header will be visible. However, it's too much. I need to bring it back a bit, like that. Yes. So when you also look here, this is another paragraph. When you come here and you try to do this is line spacing. Okay? This is line spacing. Now, when you try to apply it to a paragraph, you'll end up making a document look very disjointed. Okay? Looks very disjointed. For example, if you present something like this, you might look unserious. But you only wanted it to create some space between the paragraphs. Are you together? So what you do, you come here, there is an option here, add space before paragraph, add space after paragraph. So if I remove these paragraphs, will be joined together. If I click here and say add space after paragraph, it will be added. But still, I see it's not enough. I will just come here and tap line spacing options. Once I tap it, I see here spacing. I will say before and after. So I want after to create more space. I will try to increase it to some 24 points, and I click. So I have that space there. Right together. Yes, that makes your document look a bit more organized, but not disjointed. So there is a difference between line spacing and paragraph spacing. Are we now trying to get the difference? Line spacing, you are increasing the space from one line to another, okay, in a paragraph or in different paragraphs. Then paragraph spacing, you create spacing from one paragraph to another. That means from this is one line and this is also one line. But this is one paragraph. So this is another paragraph. So this space in here is called paragraph spacing. But if I added space in here, it's called line spacing. Okay? Yes, so that's the only difference. Also here, we can, in this paragraph, we can say I want this paragraph to be having borders, small borders, or outside borders. Where is outside borders? Here. I want to put my paragraph in the border for emphasis. Time is up. Current classes stop at 9. The standard space is 1.5. Okay, is 1.5. The standard space should be 1.5 as it provides visual clarity and everything looks nice a bit. But here, if a paragraph is too much longer, if the paragraph was longer, like this, let me join them together. If the paragraph was very, very big, and you are reading that document, you might be reading. You can read this line, and again you read it again because you don't know where you were. But here, after reading this, you read this next and go to this. You cannot repeat a line. Are we together? So 1.5 is the standard, and also for font size, for paragraphs, always 12 is recommended. Okay, however, you can have more depending on your needs. But 12 is standard. Times Roman is New Roman is also standard for professional documents, just like that. So for today we have covered clipboard, font, and paragraph. So next time when we come, we shall try to see how we can use these headings and see also how we can create the table of contents, and also how we use insert. So we shall use this at the same time, and we shall also use Milo merge. Okay? Yes. As you are there, you can also try to do some research online, probably YouTube and other sources where you can learn. If you need this video, it will be available. Do you have a group? Yes. Okay. So if you have a group, that's much better. And this is my number. That's my number. You can add me. Who is the admin? Yes. The admin can add me. So that I can share your video.